Welcome you guys to another video. My name's Chris. In this video, I'm going to be giving my review of Shazam, the new film in the DC extended universe. Now, like a few other properties out there, Shazam was a property that I just didn't know really a whole lot about. I didn't know anything when it came to the comic book origin. I was just going into this movie with some fresh perspective, just as a movie in the DC extended universe. But I did think the trailers for this movie were really funny, and I thought they did some great marketing for this film. So I was definitely excited to see it. Basic premise for this movie, if you didn't know, is that a wizard ends up passing on his powers to a high school kid, and then this high school kid becomes Shazam, this superhero, Superman-like hero, has got all these crazy powers, flight, strength, electricity, all that stuff. He ends up using it for his own goods until a villain comes along to sort of steal his shit, and things go on from there. Zachary Levi as Shazam was just perfect in this role. He just brings so much charisma and fun to this role. He's so much fun to watch as Shazam. Now, I've never seen him in his role as Chuck. The only thing I know of him from is his role as Flynn Rider from Tangled, voicing Flynn Rider. And he brings that same sort of voice, and it's really perfect for Shazam, playing this sort of overconfident, boisterous hero, but has like a whole lot of fun doing it. He's just great in this role. Mark Strong, he plays the villain. Now, Mark Strong, he's been a villain in another DC movie, Green Lantern. He was Sinestro. Here, he's a villain in this one. I can't remember what his name was. He ends up being a pretty decent villain. He's the type of villain that you sort of want to punch in the face, just because even though he's got all this power, he's still being greedy after some more. And so I'm like, all right, man, someone's got to put this guy down. So it wasn't a great villain, but I thought Mark Strong was good in the role. And for the most part, I really enjoyed the kids in the movie. Billy Baxton, who's the kid who ends up becoming Shazam, he ends up being a part of this foster home from the beginning, at the beginning of this movie. And the kids they have around him were really good, really charismatic, really fun. I enjoyed the camaraderie. They were a fun group of kids to be around. Oddly enough, the kid that I did not like for most of the movie was Billy himself. For most of the movie, I just thought he was just kind of like a selfish kind of asshole, just really not all that kind to those around him, especially his sort of best friend from the foster home, or new friend from the foster home, who didn't really care for him all that much. I didn't enjoy him all that much as Billy, but when he became Shazam, he was a really fun. Something that was kind of a flaw is that when he's Billy, he's kind of sort of this almost shy, sort of to himself personality, but when he's Shazam, he becomes a sort of like boisterous, sort of like, oh my god, that sort of Flynn Rider personality that Levi brings. That's kind of a flaw with the writing for those characters, but in the end, it was still fun to watch him as Shazam, so I didn't have a problem with that all that much. This really just ended up being just a really fun movie. The marketing did not lie when it came to what this movie was going to offer. This movie offered just some great humor, some great energy. I really loved the fun that they had with the DC universe in this movie, making references to Superman, Batman, playing with along the fact that there are superheroes in this universe. So that was fun that they did that. Any good superhero movie definitely did have some heart, especially with the camaraderie that comes along from all the kids in this foster home that Billy's a part of. That stuff was really fun. In the end, I'm going to end up giving this movie a 9 out of 10. I just thought this was a really, really fun movie. And the stuff that happens at the end of the film caught me off guard, just because, like I said, I don't know the stuff from the Shazam comics. The stuff that happens at the end of this film sets up some really fun stuff for potential sequel and just adventures in this franchise. So I can't wait to see what they can do with a sequel. This ended up being just a real winner for DC. This was just a really fun movie. And coming out of it and on my way home, and here I am now, I think this actually is probably my favorite DC movie. Before, my favorite was Aquaman. I think maybe this might be better than that one. I don't know. I have to think about it some more. But this was definitely just another real winner for DC. And it's funny now because now it's like their solo movies are the ones that, for the most part, besides maybe Man of Steel, they don't have any problem with their solo movies when it comes to Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and this. Those are really good movies. It's their team-up movies that definitely need a whole lot of work when it comes to Justice League, Suicide Squad, or Batman vs. Superman. So hopefully they can change the trend and make their team-up movies good. But their solo movies, including Shazam, great. I'll come up pretty soon with a DC Extended Universe rankings vid, so look out for that one. So in the end, that's it for this review. I hope y'all enjoyed, and thank you for watching.